Impromptunes, 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 impromptunes.
Do you hear the people
Improvising!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Please give it up for your MC.
Hello everybody and welcome to our little podcast. My name is Izaak and I'm joined in the studio by several outstanding people, each of them remarkable in their own way. Paul Beatty, you're standing to my left. Tell me, what is it that makes you remarkable?
Oh, well, so many things. I'm a really good listener.
It's a wonderful skill to have in improv, where we're listening to each other, yes-anding people's office. I'm giving you a little insight into the science of improvisation and the art. Tell me, what kind of arts are you good at, Teresa Ewan?
I am very good at, the one where you get, it's like tapestry. You know, it's like a cat, and you get like woolly stuff, and then you go in little, like, very uncomplicated shapes.
Like
and
cross-stitch.
It's not cross-stitch though, because it's not that hard. It's the easy version.
Do you make like things
excellent
like home...
example of yes-anding here in the Impromptunes podcast.
It's not cross-stitch.
It's not cross-stitch, it's different.
Get it right.
It's okay. And listen to those notes. Can you hear them on black and white? It's David Peake using his little fingers to play the notes. Welcome, David. And that is his gorgeous musical response, his acknowledgement. And other people who will not acknowledge me with their words because they don't have a microphone, thankfully, are our support crew in the studio who are busy doing technical things. We have Alexia Brinsley, we have Holly James, and we have Jack O'Reilly, all fulfilling various technical and moral duties this evening. Now,
Highly
of
moral.
course,
Holly's on the moral.
yes.
She's nodding firmly, sternly.
Moral police.
The people who aren't in the room include you, dear listener. You're probably at home doing the dishes or something equally exciting.
Or at work.
And we really appreciate you choosing our podcast. Of all of the things you could be listening to while you're wiping the inside of your mugs and scraping off the congealed fat on the bottom of your saucepan, you've chosen Impromptunes, which is just wonderful. And in particular, we'd like to thank our Patreons. These are people who generously donate their money so that this podcast can be produced. And in particular, we acknowledge our top-tier Patreon, Drumlagen Pty Ltd. We thank you for your kind donation and all the good work that you do in the community, Drumlagen. Which I'm sure...
That is such a rounded introduction, Izaak. I just want to put it out there. That was beautiful.
That's very kind. Did you know that when I did a mic test for for voiceover work, they told me that I was I had too much diction, too much articulation. They were like, talk like you're at a barbecue.
And you were like, of course I will.
Well,
much diction.
I did my best, but I've not been to many barbecues in my time.
Julie Andrews and Izaak,
Exactly.
it seems.
Izaak Lim is the Julie Andrews of Impromptunes.
Of improv, full stop.
Well, that's my challenge for the podcast, to bring in a Julie Andrews type character. Challenge accepted. Now, just to let everybody know that you too can help in the production of this podcast by signing up to become a Patreon. The link is in the episode details. And if you would be so kind as to subscribe and to leave a constructive review or comment, then we would really appreciate that as well. Okay, so what are we doing here today, folks? We're doing a completely improvised musical
podcast.
So we get our titles for these musicals from social media of various kinds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and they are written down by our wonderful producer, Holly James, and put in the bowl of destiny that I have in my hot little hands
Bowl of destiny.
right now. So if you don't mind, a little bit of shush, please, as I
Keep it down.
as I pull out the title for this
to
evening's
focus.
musical. The Demise of a Florist. Volunteered to us by Andy Kemp, who lives in Facebook. So we
Where
will
it's
be
warm.
bringing to you for the first and last time the tragedy, the demise of a florist.
Ah. Every day we come here to sell the blossom. Every day as the mist clears, sound of people, life is moving.
Every day I come to sell my roses. Lovely roses. Stems on. They come with stems on. Every day I give out irises, tulips,
Rhododendrons,
carnations,
roses,
tulips, zinnias, gracilias, Hello, Governor.
Hello there. I've come to buy 3 pence worth of roses with stems on, if you would be so kind.
3 pence. Now, let's see. Now, they're 2 pence a rose, so that I can give you 1.5.
That
that right?
will suffice, little boy. I will give 1 to my beautiful lady wife, and 1 shall remain in my lapel.
Oh, Mr. Jenkins.
Ah, you recognize me even in this disguise?
Well, of course, sir. You've got a very distinctive voice and mannerisms.
Listen,
The way that you twirl the end of your moustache so lustrously in my direction makes me recognise you at once, sir.
Pipsqueak. I'm off to have an affair.
Oh.
This rose isn't for my wife at all. It's for my mistress, the good Lady Roundling, who lives
Oh.
on 23rd.
But she's married to Mr. Roundling.
How dare you make observations of marital fact? I deal in objects of sexual fantasy.
Oh, it was a bit too much information, sir.
Yes.
I'm only 12. I don't really know what you're talking about. but it sounds rather scary.
Well, let it remain that way, little boy. And don't you tell a soul that you saw me here. I'll give you an extra penny for the trouble.
Oh, here you go, sir. I'll give you a petal and a half. No extra cost for that, then. Thank you, sir. I swear to God, my tongue is very silent.
All right, little James. I might see you next time I want to buy a bouquet to seduce another mistress.
Well, you know where to find me, sir. Here in the corner of Harvick and Princhard.
Yes.
Where I'm always at.
I have often frequented this little corner of the town.
Harvick and Princhard. Yes. The Paris end.
On my way to the areas of disrepute.
Oh, well, you be careful there, sir.
Careful?
Well, you never know what can happen in areas of disrepute.
Surely nothing untoward. Sure.
One hears rumours, sir.
Rumours?
Yes, of garden tools flying out of windows and hitting people willy-nilly on the street.
Oh, good heavens.
In the less moral districts.
I should get under cover, and not a moment too soon.
Down the Milan end of town. Yes, it's not safe at all, sir.
Well, I shan't be venturing there. Goodbye, little boy. Wish me well on my way.
Good luck to you, Mr. Jenkins. I hope you take care. When you're going to the Milan end of town, you best beware. There are lots of gardeners, and they're rather careless. And if you don't watch them, you'll get a haircut and you'll be hairless. When they throw a spatula or a secateurs, you better watch out, sir. You had best beware. There are very sharp things a gardener will find, and just throws them around cause he has not very good peace of mind. Oh, it's not safe in the Milan end. Oh, it's not safe at all. Oh, it's not safe in the Milan end. Better be careful. Oh, it's not safe in the Milan end. It's not safe at all. Oh, it's not safe in the Milan end. Best you be careful. You could trip on the gutter, you could slip and hit your head right open. You could see a prostitute, she could ask for a penny too much. And you could see a policeman, he might stop you to death. Or you see a vandal and you'll be really in strife.
It's not safe in the Milan.
It's not safe at all. It's not safe in the Milan. Best you be careful. It's not safe in the Milan. No, no, no. It's not safe at all. It's not like this Paris end. It's not safe in the Milan. Best you be careful.
Whoosh! Oh, little James! Little James. Struck on the head with a pair of secateurs.
Sir.
Oh, Lord Jenkins, I heard your... Oh!
Hush!
James!
Hush, Lady Roundly. Don't attract attention. This boy just sold me 3 pence of flowers that I was purchasing for you.
Oh, it's... How many pence? 1.5 pence per flower? 2 pence per flower, which means you have...
Don't get bogged down in the math, my lady. We must dispense of the body immediately. Quickly, get that Hessian rag.
I shall. Oh, you are so manful and forthright. Allow me to get the Hessian and let me comment on your diction.
Ah, yes. Let's pull it over him.
Oh, it's so rough on my hands, but good for a street urchin.
Yes. A befitting funeral cloth for a poor little boy
Oh, hello. What's going on here then?
that would be nothing.
Officer
What's this
Brinsley.
Asian bag doing on the street then?
Well, I was just lugging it home. It's full of flour, what I purchased from the marketplace.
Yes, and I was helping him as a married woman who has a husband, helping him to choose the flower for his lady wife.
Yes,
Oh.
simply a friend. Lady
Yes.
Roundley and I went to
Nothing
school
more than
together.
that, absolutely. We
Yes.
share a love of flower.
Ah, yes, won't you help me?
I shall.
Just
What's that red substance that seems to be seeping
Syrup,
northward
sir.
in
It
a
is
northward
syrup.
direction from the sack?
It is syrup. It
Oh.
is Venetian flower syrup.
Venetian flower syrup, made of finest Venetians.
Yes.
Venetians
Yes,
in the
it's
syrup.
It's a type
This
of
is
flower.
Most
It's
unusual.
a FLOWER in the FLOUR.
Yes, don't get bogged down in the linguistics of it, sir.
Just allow us to take the head and foot of this bag of flour and run along.
Right, you're nicked and you come with me.
That's right.
Don't strangle me! No!
Shush, you old fuddy-duddy. Oh, blast. Now I've got myself in a real pickle.
We're going to need a bigger bag.
Yes, why don't you grab that silken gown that seems to have fallen from the top of that open window overlooking the square.
Yes. And I shall drag it over these two sacks of flour. And then we will away with them to your home and we can bury them or something.
I've got a good idea. Why don't we throw them into my very deep pond? No one will find them there.
Mrs. Jenkins says the pond was a folly, but I knew it was wisdom.
I'm a man whose reputation is most sturdily built. But now before you see a man who's pained with terrible guilt.
You are a man whose reputation is so far and wide known, but now I see you here painted under the burden of you.
I have always endeavored to do right, but now from my conscience I am forced to take flight. Here I am with blood-stained hands. Won't you please help kindly man?
You are a man whose reputation does precede him, and I know so. I will wash the blood from your hands, for you are noble and my one and only.
And I are bound together.
We are
We must never tell this secret
I will
ever.
never
You
tell.
and I are bound together. We must never tell this secret ever. You and I are bound together. We must never tell the secret ever. You and I are bound together. We must never tell this secret ever, ever.
Bonjour, Madame Flamp.
Hello,
You
I
are.
just said friend floor.
I notice that you are living in the apartment above the corner of Ari and Pritchard Street?
Yes, I have been living here for 6 months since I moved from Paris to become a go-go dancer.
Because it was reported to the police. That is myself. Allow me to present
Ouais.
myself. My badge. My name is Monsieur PeePoff.
Monsieur PeePoff,
Oui.
your badge is so shiny, as are your shoes.
Oh, thank you very much. I like to shine. I take great care. I spend 2 hours each day shining off my shoes so that they are perfect shiny. I'm what you call meticulous. Yes.
Well,
I am.
Mama said you can never felt a meticulous man.
I have a great attention to detail. Like I noticed today that you are a blonde lady.
What?
Very pretty. Young.
Oh.
I guess your age you are 34.
Ah!
Oh.
Guess again, people.
Oh, sorry, it's 32. And you, with your accent, I would say that you are from the south end of London. The Egypt end. No?
Alright, you got me.
I could tell there was an
I'm
accent.
not from France. I'm from here.
Aha! Yes, I know. I know. You're from the Egypt end. I can smell it on you. So, you have the apartment. Mrs. Florist? You have the apartment above the corner of Alec and Pritchard Street, no?
You know,
And this very apartment.
You're pretty offensive. Like, I don't know why I should even speak to you.
Oh, madame, I mean no offense.
But you have offended me.
Oh.
Just because I was at an orphanage growing up with no hopes and decided to pretend to be French in the hopes of meeting someone who will possibly fall in love with my Frenchness doesn't mean you can insult me and say I smell like the end of an alley.
It's just the Egypt end. It's just London. I'm sorry, madame. I did not mean to offend you. You are, as I said, very beautiful. In my description of your blonde hair, your gardenias in the left ear, and you have a beautiful exotic smell from the Egypt end of London. That is not.
All right. You've redeemed yourself.
Oh, well.
Now, yesterday I was sitting in my chair and I was wearing my silken robe, just looking out the window thinking, one day things will be different for me. Mm-hmm. And then I noticed a spider on my robe, so I took it. I screamed, "Ah!" And then I threw it out the window. And when I threw it out the window, I noticed that there was a little boy lying in the street.
A little boy. We have been looking for little James, the flower seller. And he has been
James.
last seen here at this corner. And it was reported I dress flew out the window. And this is exactly why I come knocking on your door, madame. Because you have seen something that I want to know about. You must know, you must have the clue for how I will find poor, well, hopefully, very well, little James disappeared. Little James.
Oh, little James. He's the one who sells me my gardenias.
Yes, this is the very boy. And he is very nice.
He was so kind and so disinterested in the sordid things in life. All he wanted to know about was horses and what it was like to live in the country. And oh, James, little James, tiny little flower selling James. He would never hurt a fly in his life. I can't believe he's gone, my little James.
Little James. He was a little strange, but affectionate and sweet as the flowers he sold. Oh, where has he gone? Nobody knows, but you must see. Tell me what you have sown.
I'll remember. I must remember.
Please remember.
I must have seen something out there, seen it in the gutter or the sky.
that little guy.
Maybe a sound or something that I smelled or something that I saw.
You must have
Oh,
seen
little
something.
James, I will
Something unusual and sad. We can't find him. Nobody knows all the flowers he left lying around.
Oh,
so
wait!
sad.
He was short, a flower and a half, lying on the ground. I think it was a rose.
It was a clue.
I remember.
You remembered. He was such a clever boy. He left a clue.
He said they were for a patron of his, someone who saw him regularly, someone who wanted to get them to
You
lady.
remembered.
Someone who he suspected.
He suspected.
The wife of the man with the handlebar moustache.
Handlebar moustache.
I remember.
A man with a handlebar moustache.
And 2, 1.5 flowers.
Yes. Thank you very much, madam.
Splish! There, and may we never see the wretched things again.
Oh, Mr. Jenkins. Oh, Charles Jenkins, you handsome, manly man.
Oh, Lady Roundling, I love it when you use my full name.
Oh, and I love it when you just call me Lady Roundling.
As I will for the remainder of our wonderful, wicked relationship.
Yes, our dark affair made more sumptuous and salty by this little secret.
Yes, a little sordid secret that binds us together in the hands of the devil.
A little tawdry, saucy secret. 2 that I will never tell. Will you?
Certainly not, my love. Here, let me give you this rose that I purchased for you on the corner of Harvick and Pinchred Street.
It's magnificently red.
Yes, red as the Venetian syrup.
Oh, you're a witty man, Mr. Jenkins.
And red as your beautiful red lips.
And red as my passion for you, Mr. Charles Jenkins.
Oh, Lady Roundling,
Oh,
let
Charles!
me tear open your outer layers.
Look, another layer!
Oh, and another one.
Oh, another layer!
And here's another one.
Oh,
How wonderful it is to live in such restrained times,
Indeed.
where everybody is so well layered.
yes, I love a man who's layered.
If you pull back the layers of my onion, you may see my foot and its bunion. If you tear some bark off a tree, then you'll see my scabby knee.
And if you pull the green bits off my leek, ooh, you could get a sneaky peek of my little pinky finger.
If you tear off
If you tear off the from the you see underneath it, that is so.
Oh, Lady Roundling,
Oh, Charles.
I love that you see me right to the very core.
Oh, Charles, I like that you want to see the insides and the outsides even more.
Oh, Lady Roundling, you make me hot. Oh, lady roundling, you make me everything I'm not.
Oh, I'm gonna be the one to peel back your onion layers.
Back.
Oh, let me get in there. I wanna see what's underneath you. You're gonna make me cry when I pull back the onion layers and get to what's inside.
What's inside?
What's inside?
Show me what's inside.
What's inside?
What's inside your soul? What's inside?
What's inside?
What's inside?
What's inside?
Show me what's inside your soul. When I was just a little boy, I was told that I could not enjoy all my primitive impulses, and so I became repressed as a Victorian gentleman.
Victoria gentleman.
So anxious and sad. Oh, and that anxiousness is translated into bad. Oh, all these things deep inside of me. Oh, I want to get out viciously. Oh, I'm just a repressed gentleman.
Repressed gentleman.
What's inside? What's inside your
soul?
soul?
What's inside?
What's inside your soul?
Gonna see
What's inside? What's inside your soul? What's inside? What's inside your soul? What's inside?
You're a repressed
What's
Victorian
inside?
gentleman.
What's inside? What's inside? Show me what's inside your soul.
Bonjour. Oh, Sacre Bleu. Bonjour, Monsieur, Lady Roundling and Monsieur Jenkins. Bonjour. Perhaps you could put on a few of those clothes, please.
We were doing some gardening and it was very hot.
It was very hot. We were having a little splash in the pond, weren't we,
Yes,
my
we were,
love?
because it was so warm. Not your love, just your friend.
Not to worry. I am French. We are very open-minded. So, you are probably wondering why I am here?
Certainly, sir.
Yes.
This is my private property.
This is...
Have
Yes.
you a warrant?
Well, certainly, monsieur. Here is my warrant, and here is my badge. I am Monsieur PeePoff, the famous French detective.
I've heard of you.
I too have heard of you, sir.
And I am here to investigate a case about little James and Officer Brinsley, who was a good friend of mine who suddenly has disappeared off the face of the earth.
I can't say I've ever heard of them.
No, never
Doesn't
heard
sound
of it.
familiar.
No, James, no, I don't think so.
I knew a Jimmy once and a Jeff.
Yes, I knew a Jack and
A
a
Joel.
Jacqueline, a Joel.
Yeah.
I see!
Yes.
But I see what is happening here. And I think you are lying to me. Monsieur, you have a long, twinkly mustache. And I noticed the gesture that you just did when you curled the ends of your mustache. Did I say massage? I mean mustache.
Yes,
They're
well,
very similar words, you know.
He does give a very good massage.
That was too much information.
And what if I twirl my moustache? I keep it well oiled, so that I keep a fresh visage when I walk along the terrace or walk into the open square.
Well, the one person in the world who saw what happened at the corner to little James at Harvick and Pritchard Street was Mrs. Flon. And she said she saw a gentleman of a very distinguished appearance, which is very like your person, and has twirling a mustache as well.
Well, one clue doesn't do anything, does it?
No, that one clue is not enough.
Well-
And yet, I have more clues.
What? Pish posh.
Yes,
Monsieur
madame.
PeePoff.
That is a lovely flower I see that you are holding in your hand. From where did you get this flower? May I ask?
It's from that. Mr. Charles Jenkins.
Ah, Monsieur Jenkins.
But
Once again, you are brought to the scene of the crime because from the crime scene, somebody purchased 1.5 roses from little James before
well,
he died.
this is one
And
rose
I
that
can
doesn't
see
prove
you have
anything.
one rose in your hand and half a flower in your pocket. So, this is conclusive.
Well,
You, sir.
you've caught me. Ha ha ha! You wicked Frenchman! And you! I trusted you, roundling. How could you betray me? I'm going to jump into the pond. Goodbye, world!
No, don't do it! Hate it when this happens. I have to swim and get him. I got you! I'll pull you out with me!
Oh, get off him! Oh no, I've fallen in the pond!
Oh, God.
Oh, I can't swim without these.
Is it really worth it? Okay, I go in with her to... Get out there! And so, officer, arrest this man and this lady because they have killed poor little James and Officer Brinsley. It is a simple crime.
I submit.
You submit. That is good. Yes.
At last, I will not have to live with the guilt around the demise of a florist.
Yes. Poor little James. He deserves a funeral. And we'll give it to him right now.
Ah, little James, a cute little boy with a cute little name.
Our little James wouldn't want us to be sad. He would want us to be glad.
Little James. He was like a lonely tree out in the forest. He was good as can be. He was the best florist in the Paris end of London town.
Let's break this down.
A 5, 6, 7, 8. Little James, he was such a loaded trooper. Little James selling flowers. He was making money out of his pooper.
Little James would want the world to remember him as the happy little guy that he was. The happy little guy who loved to give flowers to everyone.
Little James, he was so nice. He brought everyone some sugar and spice. He had the best flowers in town. He had never had a frown.
Little James, he was so nice.
Little
James brought
James,
sugar and spice.
Little James,
was
he
all
was so nice.
Little James brought sugar and spice.
Little James is gone to paradise.
Little James, he's so nice. Little James, sugar and spice. Little James, he was so nice. Little James gone to paradise. Little James, he was so nice. Little James, sugar and spice. Little James, he was so nice. Little James gone to paradise.
And everyone will remember him by laying a flower on the corner of Harvick and Pritchard on the Paris end. We'll miss you, little Jay.
And Officer Brinsley. Well, what a cheery story to lighten up your dishes. I hope we brought a little smile to your little faces. I certainly had a big old smile on my big face.
What about you guys? I really appreciated your Poirot-esque detective call.
Oh, thank you, Izaak.
Yes.
I appreciated your dastardly character as
Yes,
well.
I've had lots of practice in real life. and Teresa, what a wonderful shapeshifter you were in this particular story.
Yeah, French, terrible Cockney, and your one true love, Mrs. Roundling.
Yes, our Mrs. Roundling. So many wonderful characters. Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Ping Pong, and
Little James, he was so nice.
Little James,
Sugar and spice.